racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go.
All right, so right now we're having technical difficulties with the bullhorn, but can everyone hear me? Am I loud enough? All right. So one of the things that I want to say, oh, now it's working? So it just doesn't like me. Okay.
You did put it in my face and that scared me.
Okay. So one of the things that I want to say is that it's amazing to see young people in the street. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times you would think that all they're concerned about is the new French Montana song or something like that. But these young people are in the street because they're angry. Because when they're on their way to school, they're stopped by cops. Because when they're walking home, when they're in front of their building, they're harassed by cops. A 12-year-old boy was shot by a police officer in his neighborhood, 12 years old. This is what we're dealing with. You have mothers who sit here who say they dread the day that their sons and daughters are born because they're going to be killed by a police officer. You have no idea where the bullet is going to come from. But then they look at us like we're savages. Like we're animals. Like we have no reason to be upset. No. Like Miss V said, if somebody touches her son, it's a problem. All these mothers have lost their sons. But there's a flip side. What about the men who were killed by police and the mothers who were killed by police whose children will never remember them? Akai, Gurley left behind a child who will never remember her father. There's a woman who's going to come here and speak when she gets here. She says that her daughter carries a burden on her. Because when her husband was killed by the PD, there's an anger in her daughter. There's an indoctrination that happens to people when their children and their family members, their lives are stolen by these people who get paid to do it and then get away with it. Malcolm X said that we have to be careful because sometimes the oppressed do the oppressing. And that's a critique on us. Because I hear people talking about my brother deserved to get killed. He was stealing cigarettes, right? So he deserved 2 shots to the face and his arms to be shot up. Because the media kills you twice. So you die in the streets and then your character is assassinated. This is what we're dealing with. Now the next person I'm going to bring up, I'm sorry, y'all got me in a trance, okay. The next person I'm going to bring up is a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Her name is Carla Reyes, and she's going to give a speech. Please give her a warm welcome.
Hey everybody, so I apologize because sometimes public speaking is not exactly my strong suit, but I'm going to try here. So, I work in a public school, and I was talking to some of my coworkers, and they seemed to be really upset and saying, like, you know, the system is so broken, like, what do we do? Like, very, very depressed about what was going on. And they're like, where do you find hope? And I was like, out in the streets. Being out in the streets these past couple of weeks, and just seeing the amount of young people, people of color, that's what gives me hope, because I see that people are not going to take it anymore. We're fed up. We're done with all of this. And we're ready to take a stand. The police are here to terrorize us. They view people of color, oppressed people, as enemies of the state. Because we're the ones that have nothing to lose and everything to gain by fighting back. We're the ones who face lack of quality housing, lack of quality of education, lack of access to healthcare, lack of everything. So we're the ones that are most likely going to be the ones to fight back, and fight back hard. And they don't want that. They don't want us to get together nationally. They don't want Ferguson, Los Angeles, San Francisco, all the cities across the country to link up and create a national movement. And they're going to do everything that they can to prevent it. don't go out to the streets, don't exercise your rights of free speech because it's too dangerous. But power in numbers, we're protecting each other because we know they're not looking out for us. We need to look out for each other. So if and they're scared because we're losing our fear of them. In order to make this movement happen, we need to be militant and we need to be powerful in our numbers. And that also means empowering the people who maybe they'll say like they're the ones who are the most scared. Well, when we empower the people who are supposed to be the most scared, and they're the ones getting in the face of all these cops, they're scared. Because they're like, oh, that domestic worker wasn't supposed to be out here. That undocumented person's not supposed to be out here. But people are losing their fear, and we as revolutionaries need to make sure that we're strategizing in a really smart way where we can demand what we need and what we deserve. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought.
Yeah, so great,
And I just want to end with this quote that one of our comrades in D.C., Eugene Puryear, he's organizing a lot down there, and something that he said was, when the movement's time has come, even repression won't squelch it. Mm-hmm. Repression breeds resistance.
That's right.
Yeah. And this is what this is right now. They can be here, they can be watching us, but we don't care. We're going to demand what we need and what we want, and we're going to unite with our brothers and sisters, not only across the country, but across the world. So, thank you.
Right on.
The people united
will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
So now we're going to have an amazing sister. I just had the honor of meeting her today while we were doing outreach around here. Her name is Nubian, and she's representing Powerful Pioneers.
Yeah.
Yes, Powerful Pioneers. So please give Nubian a round of applause.
All right. I don't use no bullhorns.
Yeah.
Alright? I ain't accustomed to using bullhorns, but I know my voice speaks volume. And we out here to fight the power. Alright? Power to the people. Alright? Everybody talking about peace, but we talking about justice. Alright? What we need is power. The system is designed on your lack of power. Some people rather die than fight for power. Let's get this power. We're getting this power. What we need is power. The system is designed on your lack of power. Some people rather die than fight for power. Let's get this power. We're getting this power. Power to the people.
Yeah.
All right, so that's why I don't use bullhorns. So I'm gonna operate on my God-given spirit, my God-given breath. And what I want to do is send a message to our people. We so used to minding our business, but the community is our business. All right? So the time is crucial, the time is critical. We got to get it together right now. Let's not wait till it hit close to home. This is what we got to get done every day. How are we going to make the black nation rise? Agitate, educate, organize. How are we going to make the black nation rise? Agitate, educate, organize. How are we going to make the black nation rise? Agitate, educate, organize. We're going to organize, agitate, educate, organize. Give thanks. So the next powerful woman I'm going to introduce, her name is Elizabeth Burrell. I always butcher her name. Shout out to Elizabeth. She's a member of WORD, which stands for Women Organized to Resist and Defend. Like we said, we're having female speakers speak right now to open up the program. And this is a woman who dedicates her time, like many of us here, for women's rights, for women's justice, and against women's oppression. Please welcome Elizabeth. Yeah.
So I just want to say shout out to everybody who's out here in the rain. I know it's a little cold, but I really want to keep my stuff quick and just say that as as a woman, as a feminist, as an organizer, it's so great to see everyone out here today. And it is so important that women step up and lead these movements and organize with our brothers hand in hand to make sure that we are out here demanding justice the same way we were out in the streets in Oakland demanding justice for Oscar Grant, the same way the women, the men, the children, everyone are out in the streets in Ferguson demanding justice for Mike Brown, the same way that we're out here today demanding justice for this brother right here, Akai. We need to be out here strong and in numbers. And right now, I would say we maybe 70 deep. We need to be thousands deep.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that we bring everybody we know, everyone whose lives we touch out here and build together. Because no matter who says that police brutality is an isolated incident is a liar. Okay. Police brutality is an epidemic. It's a national epidemic that we need to fight back. The fact that every 28 hours a black life is taken by these cops, by these killer cops, or by some security guard or some vigilante is criminal. And it needs to stop. And we are here today to say this needs to stop now. So before I leave, I just want to leave off with a chant that goes, racism means we got to fight back. No justice means
We got to fight back.
racism means
We got to fight back.
no justice means
We got to fight back.